Hi, I'm Melissa from MSUNN, and today we're going to do about a 10-minute flow to get our core going, fire up our glutes, and then just loosen up our hamstrings. So to get started, I want you to just stand in a comfortable position and just observe how your body's feeling. You can definitely close your eyes. Maybe you place one hand on your stomach, one hand on your chest, and just check in with your breathing. Just observe it, no judgment. Just see if you notice the rib cage coming up. Maybe your chest is coming up. Maybe your stomach's going in and out. Maybe the breath is choppy, or maybe it's smooth. Just kind of observing how that feels. Notice how the rest of your body feels. Just taking a quick check. And then I want you to imagine the string from the top of your head kind of lengthens you up. Slowly bring those hands by your side and then just open those eyes. Okay. So we're going to start off bending forward. So I want your hands to come to your thighs. And then just slowly slide it forward. That head gets nice and heavy. Maybe you have a good bend in your knees. Maybe you grab the elbows and just check in to see what you feel pulling. Are the hamstrings, the muscles back here super tight? Do you feel it in the back? You're letting your head completely relax. And I want you to remember how this position feels from when we first start to when we finish. So you grab those elbows and you slowly create some movement from side to side. Keep tuning into that breath. And then slowly let those hands fall down. Press into those feet. Lift, come all the way back up. Reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down towards heart center. Slowly slide forward again. The hands come down the thighs. Really bend those knees. I want you to take your right leg, step your right leg back. Then that left leg comes back and you're just coming into a plank. So pressing through the heels, hug the core in tight. Maybe you can come to plank on your knees. Really listening to your body is the most important thing. Keep pressing in, open through that chest. And then we're going to sink those hips back, coming into child's pose. Head gets nice and heavy. Reach through those fingertips, stretch out through the back. Inhale, you're going to pull yourself, come forward back into that plank position. So again, you can stay on your knees, or maybe you come to your toes. Elbow stays tucked. Lengthen through the crown of your head and then lower all the way down. Uncurl those toes. Inhale, pull yourself forward. Open through the chest and just lift up into a little cobra. Press back up, sink those hips back, child's pose. Nice breath in, and then exhale, let it go. Inhale, you're going to pull yourself, come back up. You're going to press into those palms. Take your right shin and kind of turn it out 45 degrees. The left leg comes out, and that left arm reaches up. So you're pressing through the left. Press those hips up. Oops. Keep reaching out, and maybe the left leg floats up. Keep reaching through the left heel. Pull that belly button in super tight. Maybe you kick that leg forward a little bit. Hug that core super, super tight. Bring it back. Left hand comes down. Drop the knees, sink the hips back. Child's pose. Inhale, pull yourself, come back up. Same thing, right shin spins out. Left arm reaches up. Stretch everything out, hug the core in tight. Kick that left foot forward. Bring it back. Maybe you take your left arm, reach your left arm underneath the right. Press into the right arm, lift, come up. Bring it back down. Sink those hips back, child's pose. Again, inhale, pull yourself, come back up. Right shin spins out, left leg goes out, left arm reaches up, gazes down towards the floor. Left leg will fold. Really press through the heel, hug the core super tight. Kick the leg out in front. Bring that leg back. Left arm reaches underneath the right. Inhale, lift, come back up. This time take your left foot, step it forward. Hands come back down towards the mat. You're going to inhale, lift the arms, come up overhead. And as you're lifting up, you're driving your left foot into the ground. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward. Open up through that chest. Exhale, bring it back down. Right hand comes down. Left leg steps back. Slowly bring it back down, child's pose. Again, inhale, pull yourself, come back up. Spin it open. Left arm reaches up. Float the left leg. Kick that leg forward. Hug the core super tight. Left arm reaches underneath. Spin the chest. Maybe you can go a tiny bit further. Press, lift, come back up. Drive your left knee in toward your chest. Step that foot forward. First, drive the knee forward. Inhale, lift the arms up. You can stay right here if you want to add on. Curl the back toes underneath, lift up. Crescent lunge. So keep softening the shoulders. Press into that left foot. Pull your left hip back and drive through your right heel. Hug everything in nice and tight holding. Exhale if you're up. Come back down. Right hand comes down, left arm spins it open. Bring it back down, child's pose. One more time, inhale, lift, come up, open into your side plank, left arm is up. Left leg floats, press through the heel, hug the core, drive that foot forward. Bring it back. And you're trying to keep your upper body completely still with that one. Hug that core super tight. Press into the right arm. Drive the left knee in towards your chest. Step that foot forward. Press into the left foot. Inhale, lift up. Yogi's choice here, and really listen to your body. Maybe you curl the back toes underneath. Press it up. Crescent lunge. Keep pulling this left hip back. Press into that left foot. Soften your toes. Exhale, slowly lower down. Hands come to your front thigh. Uncurl those back toes, and you're gonna straighten out the front thigh. Hinge forward. And then bend through that front knee. Straighten the front thigh, hinge forward. And make sure you keep that back nice and flat, that you're not trying to round down and get close to that thigh. It's you're pressing into your thigh to lengthen out and hinge at those hips to feel a pull down in here. Bend through that knee. Good, one more time. Step it back. Bend through your knee. Right hand comes down. Spin your chest open. Step it back. Exhale, bring it back. This time you're going to come into plank. So we plank on the knees, or you can come into plank on those toes. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, lift, come up and back, cobra. And then we're gonna curl those toes underneath. Press into your palms, lift your hips up and back, down dog. So you're pressing those heels down towards the ground, maybe bending one and then the other. The head is nice and heavy. Keep lifting that tailbone up. Just checking in to notice how the left side might feel a little different than your right. Inhale, pull yourself, come forward. Drop down to those knees, sink it back, child's pose. Okay, now we're gonna go to the other side. Inhale, you're gonna pull yourself, come up. Left shin spins out. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Keep pressing into the left arm. Right leg, sorry. Have tough time with my left and my right. That right leg's gonna float forward. Exhale, kick it back. Bring it back down, child's pose. Inhale, pull yourself, come up. Spin it open through the chest. Press through the right heel, hug the core tight. Keep that upper body completely still. Kick that leg back. The right leg can stay lifted, or maybe you tap it down. Right arm reaches underneath. Inhale, press, lift, come back up. Exhale, bring it back down. Child's pose. Inhale, pull yourself, come back up. We're going right back into that side plank. Open through the chest. Hug the core, kick the leg forward. Bring it back. Right arm underneath. And just see if you notice how your body moves on this side compared to the other. It's those tiny little differences. Drive your right knee in towards your chest. Step your foot forward. Keep pressing the right foot into the ground to stabilize. That's gonna turn the right outer hip on a little bit more. Inhale, lift the arms, come all the way up. Keep sinking into that front thigh. Left hand comes down, swing it back, bring it back down. Child's pose. Inhale, lift, pull yourself up. Open up into that side plank. Kick that right leg forward. Bring it back. Left arm reaches underneath. Rotate from that chest. Inhale, press, lift up. Take your right knee, drive it forward. Step that foot forward. Press into the foot. Inhale, lift those arms, come all the way up overhead. Now you can stay right here, still activating the glute by pressing into the foot, or maybe you curl those back toes underneath, pop it up. Crescent lunge. Keep pulling your right hip back, left hip forward. You really press the left heel into the ground. As you press the left heel, you'll feel that left glute fire up a little more. Making sure you're not arching too much from the low back, so hug your core in nice and tight. Belly button to spine, drive those arms, lift up. Bring it back down. Left hand down, spin it open. Exhale, child's pose. Okay, we've got one more of those. You guys have got this. Inhale, pull yourself, lift up. Open through that chest. Hug the core super tight, kick the leg forward. Drive it back. Right knee drives in towards your chest, step that foot forward. Float the arms, lift all the way up overhead. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you curl those toes underneath, lift up, crescent lunge. Keep pulling the right hip back, left hip forward, drive that left heel down. Soften the shoulders, keep opening through that chest. Drop down to that knee if you came up. Hands come to the front thigh, so time for those hamstrings. So slowly straighten through the leg, pull the toes towards you. So we're not rounding through the middle of our back, but we're hinging at those hips. Bend, come forward. You might feel a little bit of a stretch in the front of that thigh as well. Straighten, pull the leg, hinge at those hips. Open through that chest. Bend through your knee. Last time, straighten through that leg. Keep pulling your right hip back. Soften through those shoulders. And bend through that knee. Left hand's gonna come down. Spin the chest open. Take your right leg, step your right leg back. Bring it down. Plank pose on the knees or on your toes. Exhale, come all the way down towards the ground. Inhale, you're gonna pull yourself, lift up and back. Curl those toes underneath, lift up and back, down dog. Okay, so keep pressing through those heels. Lift the tailbone up. You're just gonna slowly bring yourself, come forward. We're gonna drop down to our knees. We're gonna come down onto our forearms. So interlace those fingers, really press into the forearms, and you can stay on your knees, or you can curl those toes and you're gonna lift up. And this might be enough to hold right here. Keep pulling that belly button in towards your spine. Press through those heels. Hug the core super tight. If you want to add on, you can drop your right hip, lift up, left hip come down. Just gently shifting from side to side. And if child's pose is calling your name, you can definitely head out there as well. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Drop to those knees, sink it back, child's pose. Those arms get nice and heavy. Then you're just gonna inhale, come up. You're gonna take your right leg and just step that right leg forward. Hands come to your thigh, curl those back toes underneath, and you're gonna press, lift up into that crescent lunge. So we're coming into a little balancing, glute burning exercise. I'm actually gonna scoot here. Okay. Keep pressing into your right foot. Hug the core in nice and tight. So we're gonna go from crescent lunge to warrior 3. So you're gonna slowly hinge over your front thigh. Drive everything into that right foot. Left leg lifts up. You're pressing through the left heel, reaching through those fingertips. And it's okay, maybe you've got a toe tap. Maybe it feels more comfortable with those hands at heart center. Slowly step it back. Inhale, lift those arms, come up. Exhale, open cactus arms. Inhale, lift. We're going right back. Warrior three. Hinge forward. Right leg does all the work. Lift up. Press in. Soften those right toes. Hug your core tight. Drive your left heel back. Step it back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, open cactus arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and back one more time. Inhale, feel that right glute really turning on. Slowly hinge forward. Lift, come up, reach through the fingertips, reach through the heels, or maybe those palms are pressing together, whatever feels most comfortable for you. You've got this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That left leg steps back. Hands come down towards the ground, step it back, plank pose, press through the heels, hug the core tight, lower all the way down. Inhale, lift, come up and back. Cobra, pull your chest open through those collarbones. Curl those toes underneath, lift your hips up and back, down dog. Press the heels down, lift the tailbone, head gets super heavy. Inhale, shift forward, come down onto those knees. We're gonna take our left leg, step that left leg forward. Curl your back toes underneath, lift, come all the way up. Now that left hip's pulling back, you're driving into your left foot. Hinge forward over the thigh. Lift, come up, reach through that right heel, hug your core tight, and again, hands can come here. Maybe it's like a little toe tap coming up and down. Bend through that front knee, inhale, lift the arms, come up and back. Exhale, open cactus arms. Gentle squeeze, open through the middle of your shoulder blades. Inhale, lift, come up. Exhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, step it back. Lift those arms, come up. Exhale, open through your chest, cactus arms. And notice the difference with balancing on your left side compared to your right side. Last time, hinge it forward. And again, maybe the hands are more comfortable in by your chest. But I want you to think, kind of squeezing the shoulder blades, opening through your chest. Imagine that right foot driving on the wall behind. Soften your left toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it back. Inhale, lift those arms, come all the way up. Exhale, open the chest, gentle squeeze, cactus arms. Lift those arms, come up. Hands come down towards the ground, step it back. Plank pose. Press through the heels, press into those palms, hug your core super tight. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, lift up and back. Curl the toes down, dog. Just pressing those heels down. Taking a couple nice deep breaths. And then what I want you to do is walk your hands back towards your feet. And we're gonna take the front part of our mat and just kind of fold our mats a little bit. And it's okay if it's a big, it doesn't have to be super neat. And what I want you to do is bring your toes so that your middle of your foot, mine looks super bunched, but if you have a towel or a sweatshirt nearby, you can absolutely do that. What I want you to do is make sure your heels stay on the ground, those feet are facing forward, and you're just gonna slowly hinge forward, slide your hands down your thighs. Inhale, lift, come back up. Slide the hands down your thighs. You should feel like a pretty big stretch in the back. Come back up. Keep pressing into those feet equally. And just use your breath lifting up and down. Noticing what you're feeling as you're moving. Good. We're gonna do 2 more after this guy. Almost there. You might be feeling a really big stretch like I am in my calves. I like to run, so my calves get super tight. Good. All right, great. You get to come off this. Unroll that mat. And we'll just press into those feet, lift, come all the way up. Okay, here's our test. So I want you to bring those hands down towards heart center. So remember how you felt at the beginning of practice. Hands come to your thighs. You're gonna slowly hinge forward And I want you to notice if your hands are a little closer down towards the ground. Maybe you don't feel as much pull here. Maybe your head can relax, and just notice those differences. Maybe it's more on the left than the right, but kind of checking it all out. Great. Bend those knees. Step those legs back, come all the way down. Inhale, lift up and back, cobra. And then you're just gonna come onto those knees, come down onto your backs, just for a quick shavasana. So you can get nice and heavy on your mat. Legs may be out straight, maybe they're bent, maybe place a hand on your chest or a hand on your stomach. And just taking a couple breaths to notice the awareness in your body. Observe what's going on. Observe your breath. Maybe it's faster now than we first started. Maybe it's slower, maybe it's deeper. All those other thoughts that come rushing into your head, push those other thoughts away for right now and just observe how you are feeling. And just keep thinking of observing your body. Slow breaths. Non-judgmental zone. And this observation, this awareness, this non-judgmental, being gentle with your body is something I want you to carry with you off of your mats. So just take one more breath wherever you're at. And then slowly bring those knees in towards your chest. Just gently rocking from side to side. And then you're going to roll onto your side and just come up to a comfortable seated position. Take one last deep breath in, lift those arms, come all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands down towards heart center. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed our quick little flow, and